What is good with y'all, man? It's crunch time. Hit the like as y'all join in. And let's get started. Let's talk about this game, man. There's no way out of this one, man. I told y'all, man. Nobody want to listen to me. Nobody wants to listen, man. Told y'all OKC is going down in game 3. I said something crazy was going to happen. Literally, word for word, I said that. I said something crazy is going to happen in game 3. I said I think it's going to be kind of bad. And I told y'all, OKC, I'm not sure about them, man. Because, like I said, time tells. I told them, look at my last video. It's right there. Like, y'all got to keep up with the program. I try to tell everybody, bro. I said, OKC, what happened against Memphis? They came out game 3, and they really was lightweight. They really was about to get blown out. They was getting blown out. So, really, if John Morant didn't get hurt in game 3, they probably would have got blown out. So, I'm like, I feel as though something similar going to happen when they go to Minnesota. I literally said that. And I'm like, Ant-Man got to have a good game. And that's what he did. They dominated this team. They was up 30 at halftime. Damn near. They won by over 40. This is at the end of the game, the final buzzer. Minnesota's winning game 3 and 4, literally. I told y'all. So, you just got to sit here and look at the situation. Like I said, man, this series is going to determine who's better, bro. And you know what's sad? Is everybody said that OKC just got a better team. Nothing the Timberwolves can do. So now it's really going to be bad. Because that means now Ant-Man win, and he really better than Shea. Y'all said Shea got a better team, right? Damn. That's why you don't make excuses. That's why you don't make excuses early. You know what I'm saying? I give whoever they credit. If Shea win, he better. If Ant-Man win, he better. I ain't talking about who got a better team. Because now look, how they got a better team? How they team so much better? And they just got blown out by 40. You know what I'm saying? So damn, that means Ant-Man really must be better than, right? Wow. But then if Minnesota win, then they probably gonna say now Minnesota the better team. So that's just how they operate, man. I'm going for play, man. Whoever win this series is better. Shea versus Ant-Man, bro. Just how I like it. You said role players play better at home. See, but if Shea, y'all said Shea the best player in the league, though. So if Shea the best player in the league, why you folding up when you go on the road? Right? If role players play better at home, ain't the star players supposed to play better? Supposed to play good anywhere they play at? Right? So we can't make excuses, man. We can't make no excuses, homie. And like I said, I got Minnesota winning both of these games in Minnesota, bro. And then it's going to be crazy. It's a lot of pressure going back to OKC for that 5th game. Trying to tell y'all, bro. I told you, nigga. Somebody said y'all hate on Shea so bad. How I'm hating on Shea when I say he should have won the MVP. He deserved it. And he's better than Ant-Man if he win this series. How is that hatred? We live in a soft society, bro. Everything is hatred. Everything is, oh, you hating on me and this person don't like me and can't take no criticism, bro. Soft, pampered, handheld, goddamn spoiled era. Spoiled generation. You mean embarrassed? No, embarrasses. You got to understand how to do the title, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to type in. You're supposed to talk in present tense, bro. But at the end of the day, man, like I said, man, you said bet something. You don't want to bet nothing, bro. You don't want to do that. You said OKC in 4. All of y'all said Minnesota's going to win game. OKC was going to win game 3. Now niggas want to bet on the series after Minnesota get a game, and now niggas talking about bet. Nah, yo, you going game by game. You going game by game. I got Minnesota on the series. Just picture. Just remember that. Just know that. I got Minnesota. Why are they losing this bad though? Feel me? This is terrible. It's a horrible loss, man. I told y'all the Timberwolves have answers. All them little Hartenstein floaters not about to last all series, bro. Keep floating that shit up from the 3-point line. Nigga shoot floaters from anywhere. Ant is definitely outplaying Shea. Facts. Right? Completely destroyed him. Shea got outplayed by Ant. He got outplayed by Julius Randle. He got outplayed by the rookie Terrence Shannon Jr. Right. J-Dub just sorry to me. I don't care what nobody say, dog. That nigga is overrated to me, bro. I don't care if he made All NBA, bro. There's something off about that nigga, bro. He's so inconsistent, bro. He's not. Nah. Like I told you, I'll trade that man for Scotty Barnes, bro. I'm gonna keep saying it till they do it. Don't fall for the All NBA, man. Now, yesterday, like I said if they get it done, they could like remind me of the Warriors, man. Maybe he is like that. Maybe the team is like that. But I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have to show me. They're gonna have to win the series, and then I'll give them their credit. You said trade who? I'll trade J-Dub for Scotty Barnes. Now, Shea is really like that. I'm not trying to say that Shea is overrated and didn't deserve the MVP. He definitely deserved the MVP for getting the team the way he got the team to. But J-Dub, man, I don't know what it is about him, bro. He don't. It's like he another dude. He a front runner, bro. I be saying he always trying to be hype and talk all this trash and shit. They be doing the post game interviews when they winning and they up, but then when they lose, they look like sad puppies over there. J-Dub, nah, bro. No, thank you. Julius Randle is better than him. You said J-Dub is one of the best rim drivers, but other than that, he's mid. He just don't have nothing special to his game, bro. I don't know why people just get to hyping up dudes that just because they got good personalities. Now everybody got to be a fan of them and shit. Like, what else you hate? You said Shea ruined my parlay with pitiful performance, but all my Timberwolves stuff hit. See, yo, Shea, man, every time you bet money on Shea, he have a bad game. Ant-Man is better than this man, bro. I told y'all, Ant-Man better than Shea. He finna prove it. They gonna win this series, bro. And they gonna go against Indiana in the finals, like I said. On everybody's soul. You know what I'm saying? I might gotta get a shirt with that, bro. I might get a t-shirt with that on it, bro. On everybody's soul t-shirts coming out. Tall white tees. That's the only size. Double XL and up. Oh shit, bro. Damn, yo, I'm laughing. I done blew the I'm trying to roll up. I done blew that shit. On everybody's soul t-shirts. Double XL and up. Yeah, I think they figured OKC out, bro. Like, first of all, if you stop Shea, right? If you stop Shea and then just intimidate the other role players, they really don't have nothing. You said Shannon Jr. a key piece now. Yeah, they finally orchestrated him in, bro, and got his feet wet. They was trying to piece him. They was trying to throw him in some of them games versus the Lakers. He wasn't really like getting the hang of it. Now he kind of nice. But now, they should have been if they'd have been had him playing, they probably, I don't know, like they'd been even better. But yeah, you said Memphis had OKC figured out too, bro. They did. Everybody thought John Morant was playing when he said that. They definitely had OKC figured out. They was about to beat them by 30. I mean, obviously without John Morant, everybody knows the Grizzlies can't really do much. So once they lost Ja, they probably just gave up. Like, damn, like that's it then, bro. But yeah, that's the same shit. And then Denver, I mean, they beat Denver, but Minnesota beat them. Yeah, Minnesota, they beat Denver last year too. So I was just like, damn. I mean, even though OKC beat Denver, I'm not really worried about OKC because we beat them last year too. You said Grizzlies not a good test. Yes, it is a good test, bro. But that's the point. If you was about to get blown out by them, if they figured you out, why do you think Minnesota can't do it? You know what I'm saying? But I think either way though, this does show how good Shea's MVP season was though, cause by him getting this team all the way the way he got it. You said Denver was injured this year. Oh man, here we go. Here we go. But they was low-key injured though. You said Denver choked, to be honest. Yeah, but they choked. They choked. That's why I wasn't even about to give them no excuses. But like I said, y'all, I got Minnesota still, bro. And y'all see it. Everybody said it was gonna be a sweep. Everybody was in the comments talking about sweep, and the series is already over. Matter of fact, where you at, Travis? Where Travis go at? Travis said it was over. You said if you on the court, you on the court. Facts, bro. You on the court, man. You ain't make no announcement before the game. Like, yo, like, this don't count because I'm hurt. And he went out there and said, we about to win. Somebody said it's all red.
Yo, what up, Kurt?
Yo, what up, man? Yeah, yo, so you said the series is over.
Well, I did have the Timberwolves winning this game. I did have them winning this game. Picked them to win. All my parlay stuff hit besides Shea. I don't know where he was at yesterday. Man went missing. He went missing.
Yeah, you said the series is over, man. I'm looking at Minnesota. They literally like.
Yeah, I had picked Minnesota to win yesterday. That's why I had them on my parlay. All was green, but just Shea.
Oh, so you think it's gonna be OKC in 5, but you thought they was gonna win yesterday?
Yeah.
You thought Minnesota was gonna win yesterday. Man, I think it's over, bro. I think Minnesota.
But now I'm starting to question after that performance. After that performance,
bro.
I'm gonna have to watch that back now.
I think the OKC honeymoon is over, bro.
I thought, man, from what I seen yesterday, that was bad. That was bad. Yeah, for a 68-win team to be down by 42 to get spanked by 42.
That's it, bro. I don't know what they're gonna do now, man.
Man.
Somebody said they only had 4 free throws. If they not giving him,
you had the Terrence Senior Jr. dude. He outscored the whole Oklahoma City starters.
Bro, he's nice, bro. He outplayed Shea.
Outplayed
everybody, bro. Shit is sad, bro.
Nah, Josh. I want to hear about the refs on their side. No, you got beat by 42.
Daddy's saying the refs.
Nah, you got beat by 40. Nope, you got beat by 42.
See, now they're saying the refs on their side, but at first they were saying, okay, see, he had the refs on their side. Man, come on, man.
Nah. You see how many free throws J-Dub was having? They were trying to build him out. Nope, don't want to hear the excuses.
Come on, dog.
Got beat. They just got beat. Just take the loss gracefully.
Shit sad, bro. Shit sad, man. And it's too inconsistent to win the ring. OKC is still gonna win it all. We're gonna see, Jeff. How you lose by 40 to somebody that's inconsistent?
Yeah, how you lose by 42?
That's
42. You won 68 games. I mean, y'all supposed to be that much superior and all that.
Now it's like they look better now. So Alyssa said, "Nah, the refs weren't on on SGA side, talking about they just got beat. Nah, bro, they just got beat.
They just got beat.
You said they depend off that shit. They just got beat, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
They got beat. Hey, Ant came to the party. He got active.
Hey, what's up, John?
What's up?
So
OKC.
You said OKC?
OKC.
I got Minnesota, man.
Hell no.
See, but everybody that had OKC, they said it was gonna be a sweep.
No, I said it's in 5.
So you think OKC gonna win next game after losing by 40 like that?
Yep. Exactly. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Oh man, bro. Nah, I disagree, man. And then tonight I got the. Do I got the Pacers sweeping the Knicks?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I got that. I definitely got the Pacers winning. But I
I
think.
think the Knicks will win a game.
Hell no.
Oh, so look, so Alyssa do agree with me. She said Warriors in 7. So she was trying to say OKC. All right, better. Now I see what she's saying. Yeah, yo, if OKC don't got the whistle, it's a whole different ball game because Minnesota like to play physical for real. So when the rest letting them play their game, bro, it's like it's a different type of story, bro. It's a way different ball game.
Bro, Shy had one bad game. That's never gonna happen again.
But even if he had 30, like his 30 points, they lost by 40.
By 42.
So him having 30 wouldn't even have saved them.
Yeah, but the bigs weren't locked in. We had a terrible game. That was horrible.
I mean,
Can't do that,
Minnesota
though,
didn't
bro.
really
You
play
can't do
that.
that,
I
man.
mean, Minnesota, they wasn't really great, but
You can't do that, bro.
I've done.
Who do
Now
you
they
got winning the
blaming
finals?
Vegas.
I got Minnesota winning
The whole entire thing?
the whole thing, the whole team.
No, I have to disagree with you.
Yeah, I got Minnesota winning, bro. Their team
If
is.
OKC wins on Monday, I got OKC taking it home.
They gotta win on Monday.
Yeah, because if they don't, oh my God, that pressure.
I don't trust them, and yeah, I don't trust them under pressure like Minnesota, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Like if Minnesota tie the series up and then go back to OKC, they in good position, man. They in good position to win this series,
We're
bro.
not gonna tap the series.
All right, we'll see. See, look,
We'll see.
he don't want it to happen.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what you scared of Minnesota?
You scared?
No, you're right. I don't want it to happen.
Oh, I thought you said OKC can win the whole thing. It shouldn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Nah, they just can't win another game.
All right, we'll see, man.
We
All
don't
right.
play. We don't play good under pressure.
Oh, you can't win a championship then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You don't play good under pressure. You can't win a championship, man.
Nah, we'll win the championship no matter what.
All right.
All right.
All right. So look, let me ask you this. So you a Shea fan, right?
Yeah,
So Shea wins the championship. Where you ranking them all the time?
yeah.
So Shea wins the championship. Where you ranking them all the time?
What?
Where you gonna rank them at all time?
I'm not.
Huh?
He's not all time.
No, I'm saying
All right. Let me ask you this question: If
so
Shea
who
win
you
the
put him
championship,
over? Who you put
is
him
he
over
the
all the
greatest
time?
thunder of all time? Like, is he over KD and Russ?
Absolutely.
So he wipes them, clears them. That championship makes him the best.
Actually, no. I feel like Russell Westbrook was one of the best players to play on OKC.
Shout out to Alyssa. She said I would love to see Minnesota and Pacers in the finals.
Hell no. Nope.
But that's who I got. I think those are the more entertaining teams
OKC and Pacers.
on both sides. They're the more entertaining teams. I would love to see Ant-Man and Julius Randle and all of them. And Indiana, how they play, like they up and down solid play, man.
Damn, now they over here calling Crunch a liar. That's crazy.
They said I was lying when I said Minnesota was gonna win game 3.
Now, do we think that the Thunder like utterly collapsed last night, or you think Minnesota got it together?
I think both.
Because I don't think that Alex Caruso is a giant slayer or a legend slayer, how they say he is. Like, Alex Caruso was going to get figured out before a superstar was going to get figured out, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's just like what I saw is, okay, well, we can isolate that mismatch better than we can isolate any mismatch with Shea.
Yeah, man. Like I just didn't trust what OKC had going on, man, because I think that was more so just from the fact that Minnesota was kind of rusty. Because they didn't have the once Steph got injured, they basically been cruising ever since then. So I feel like they were just a little rusty, bro. And they just needed time to get their feet back wet, get used to playing, and they had to get back home to their stadium.
Now, I will say Minnesota's Achilles heel, which is not a bad Achilles heel to have with how young their team is and how young their best player is. Your only real veteran, and I mean veteran in just like years of being in the league. You know, he's still kind of young, entering his prime. Your only veteran is Julius Randle. Their biggest problem to me is Anthony Edwards doesn't understand fully how to be the true number one. Like, there's no problem with being a team guy, you know, especially only at 23. But I think he needs to get more comfortable in the role of, this is my shit, I'm finna take over.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, he had to have a great game for them to win the game this series, and that's what I said he had to do. So he would have had 40 if it was a closer game, but he didn't need to have 40 because they was already up by like 40. But
And
yeah,
I just don't think you can
took
depend
over
on Julius Randle.
huh?
Or not Julius Randle, I'm sorry. Like Nas Reed, you can't depend on him having 17 every game.
Oh
You
yeah,
can't depend on DiVincenzo giving you 12 good points off the bench every game.
yeah. It got to be star player versus star player when it comes down to it. At the end of the day, that's why I said I feel like this series is going to determine who better. You agree
Okay,
with that?
so
No, I'm talking about as far as Shea and Ant-Man. Like this series will determine who is better. You agree with that, Handbone?
I think Anthony Edwards is. I can agree with that. I think Anthony Edwards is better than Shea. I think Shea is more talented than Anthony Edwards currently right now. If those two things are different,
I think Ant-Man is better than Shea.
or not more talented. I say
Like
he's
more
more
skilled.
skilled. Yeah,
More
he's more
skilled, yeah, more
skilled.
skilled, yeah.
But I hate SGA's game. Like I strongly dislike it. I SGA's game. Like I strongly dislike it. I didn't like when James Harden was doing this. I just think that like, and they changed the rule for James Harden. Like they changed it to where you couldn't do that rip through no more. But it's just like, I don't like the aspect of basketball. Same thing with Hack a Shaq. I don't like the aspect of basketball where you're just trying to exploit the game. There's so many shots that he puts
Oh yeah,
up.
like Hacker Mitchell, just follow Mitchell Robinson.
It's just like some of them shots SGA was putting in the
working
first
right.
quarter.
It's working.
7 of them were from the line.
Yeah, like appreciate that gift, listen. But yeah, like it's hard for me to tell who, like they both got things about their game that I like. Ant-Man is like more like he's like more like natural talent and look
Frank,
like. Huh?
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you think if OKC wins game 4, do you think they're winning it all?
It depends. They because I like Indiana too. I think Indiana might beat them if they go to the final.
Hell no. What? All right. Break it down to me why you think they're gonna beat them.
Wait, do you be watching basketball though, Johnny? Before you ask that question, do you be watching basketball?
Yes, I watch all the games.
Indiana is handling shit, and they got the best front
Hell
court in
no.
the playoffs.
I mean, Indiana, you can never count them on the basketball games.
Hold on. First of all, I don't think OKC is going to the finals, but if they do go to the finals against Indiana, I think Indiana gonna win. Because
I mean,
their team play more together, like they play a more team oriented brand of basketball for real. So OKC rely on Shea a lot. If that makes sense for real.
I mean, yeah, kind of do rely on Shea.
Play like they don't rely on nobody to score on any given possession.
Wait, so you got Indiana winning the whole thing? You got Indiana winning the whole thing?
No, I got Minnesota winning the whole thing. I think I think he about to prove why he's better than Shea. Well, he has to. This is what he has to do. If he loses the series, then I think they lost the series because Shea is better. Or he just played better in the rest of the games. But I believe in proving, your status. I'm not about to say. I'm not about to keep saying Shea is a better player if Ant-Man win this series. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's not really fair.
He'll be the real like legend slayer. Like that's not a term no more. That's Ant's nickname. If he beats Shea and then wins a chip, he is the true definitive of all time, the legend slayer.
Yeah, but look, he beat everybody except for Kyrie.
True. But to me, Kyrie's a Robin. Like I'm not gonna say I don't respect Kyrie.
Here we go, bro. Here we go. See now. That's why you might as well get off of that subject, man. Because now, like people putting stuff on people name. What is a Robin, bro?
I think Kyrie is an all-time great. He's probably like the top.
Let me ask you this question, bro, and then we're gonna get back on subject. You know, Luka said Kyrie was the Batman, right?
I mean, I can see that. Luka's mad young, no. Kyrie's the veteran presence, but I'm saying Kyrie as a number one option.
But I'm saying, so who are we to say that he wasn't?
In the playoffs, yeah, he was. He had the experience, but I'm saying like as a whole body of work, I don't see Kyrie Irving as a number one player.
He said that during the season, though. And I'm just saying, bro. All right, chill. I mean, it's cool. Like y'all just don't. If that's what you think. That's what you think. But you know, it is what it is. Because you know, certain Robins don't have the responsibility that Kyrie has, even down the stretch, and like even like throughout the whole game. So it's kind of weird. Like when you talk about Robin, usually you're talking about a secondary type of player, not somebody that's playing on the same level as the quote unquote first option. And the first option can't really do it without. Dude, you seen Luka go play with LeBron, and he can't even get back to the finals. So it's kind of weird to say, okay, he was the Robin, but you know.
But that's what I think. Kyrie Irving is the second best option in the league if you have another superstar. Like if you put Kyrie Irving next to any star.
So then wouldn't that make it? So now wouldn't that make it like opposite? Like if you have Kyrie, you can put any superstar next to him. That's basically what you're saying. You see
yes.
You see how it goes
I think Kyrie is most efficient when it comes to winning games as a second option. And I don't mean like.
But what makes him the second option if he's the one that's closing it out down the stretch?
I look at second option though as like, because I hear what you're saying and I agree to that to a degree. I look at it as just like, if we can just have if we can run an offense, whatever. The first guy to freelance will be Kyrie. If we can score.
What makes him the second like second option? You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't get. There's never been no definitive like answer to that. You just said he would be a superstar too. So if you put him on the team with another superstar, he the second. Like what makes him second?
I just look at it in role wise when it comes to Kyrie. If he could be your second Depot guy, that puts him over the top, opposed to him being the number one guy.
Well, hold on, Handbone, because you're not going to answer the question. So Alyssa said, so after last night's game, y'all think Wolves losing the series? That's what I want to know. Yeah, no. She's saying after last night, after what you seen last night, you think Minnesota really about to lose?
Yes.
But they played the best game that you've seen from either team.
Bro, all we need is try to go to the rim every possession.
Hey Johnny, I think you got echo or something.
No, that's the other person.
Oh, that's Chaz and Handbone?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't got no echo.
I promise you do. Yeah, you just went on mute. The echo's gone.
Yeah, it ain't really that bad. It got louder. Yeah, no, I think Minnesota in good position to win this series, man.
I feel like OKC's in a good position to win. Bro, so you think do you think OKC and Minnesota are gonna go to a game 7?
It depends. It depends on how
yes, it's a possibility. Yes.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because they only, bro, OKC just protected home court. They did what they were supposed to do. They're a dominant home season team. Like, they did what they were supposed to do. Like, in this game, I don't think that Minnesota's going to come out and perform like this again. But it's so many different ways to win a basketball game. You don't have to. They didn't win last night just because of their shooting percentages. Last night they won because of they came out and they were the aggressors off the rip defensively. They forced turnovers early off the jump. They put an OKC on OKC. I think this next game is going to be the best game of the series.
All right. That's a good hit. Wait, but who do you got winning it all?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
I'm an Ant fan though, so like I feel like I'm a little biased. Like that's my favorite player in the league. So I just want him.
Yeah, I really couldn't tell you, bro, Johnny. I couldn't tell you, dog. I really couldn't.
Shaw's my favorite player in the league, so I'm gonna have to go in.
Because OKC need this game next game, bro. They don't want to get it tied back up.
Wait, I got a question for everybody here. Like,
that's how the
besides this game, do you guys think Tyrese Halliburton should deserve the most clutch player of the year?
What? I mean, Jalen Brunson already got it, so
yeah. But like, do you think
he can win he can be the clutchest player from the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
I think he already is.
Right.
I mean, yeah, he probably is. Like, he probably is. Yeah. So
That's what I'm saying. The regular season award already gone now.
yeah, that's over with.
Who won Deep Boy this year?
Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley.
What Crush? What was y'all talking about earlier, bro?
Oh yeah. So no, he talked about Ant-Man being a legend killer. He said he took everybody down, really going down in history. And I said he beat everybody but Kyrie. He was like, "That's true."
He beat everybody but Kyrie and Steph. He ain't beat Steph
Yeah,
Curry.
Steph. And then Hambone was like, he went out his way to I don't know what this had to do with this, but he was like, yeah, but I see Kyrie as a second option.
Yeah, he's a Robin.
Oh yeah, he was like, I'll get Kyrie as a Robin. I'm like,
Yeah, I think it's all about dynamics on the team, bro. I think some players, some teams, like maybe Kyrie got to be like it's the perspective of what the value of what like the word second option mean, and like
that's what I
it's
was
like
asking.
it's like that's when like that's why I'm like that's why I be like motherfuckers like I'm not talking about handball, but I'm just talking about period like historically like that number second option is it's always bad, right? You coming in second place or being the second on your team, or you coming in second place, unless it's LeBron and him being second place in 6 of his NBA finals. But
Mm,
it's like when they come to other players, it's so everybody's so quick to acknowledge it's okay. No, second option, that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. And it's like I don't like. But then when it come to other things and other sources and other things, it's oh no, it's context, it's this, it's that. But it's like to me, it's all. But to separate myself from that statement, to get back to what we were talking about with Kyrie and stuff, it's all based off of the dynamics of the team. Like maybe he has to play a certain role because the other player on the the other player on the team can't play the other role. Like
right.
I think that's the argument
That's
to
kind of
make
what I mean,
that
Chaz.
makes you look better to me. Like
Yeah,
like
that's why I told Hambone because he was like, I think Kyrie is the best guy to have on your team if you already have another superstar as a second option. I'm like, basically that's the same thing as saying, you can Kyrie, you got a good chance of winning with Kyrie as long as you give him another superstar. Like it's basically the same thing both ways. Because all you're really saying is as long as you got Kyrie on your team, you good.
I just think that Kyrie, when he don't have to be the driving force, he flourishes even more. Like when I'm looking at
I,
But what is the driving force though?
he talking about like just by far the best player on the team. Like
not
he
even
just visibly by far the
not
best
even
player on the
necessarily
team.
that. I'm saying like
Okay, so what are you speaking of then?
I'm
Because
kind
if
of
that's the
saying.
case, then Hambone, then he has been the driving force on teams. Then if we saying it's not just about him being by far the best player, he
Right.
has been a big driving force on teams to put them in position.
Because even if you have said like, hold on,
What was that? Yeah, get him out of here.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was random
yeah,
you.
we got snipers, yo. We like the goddamn military, man.
That's
When there's somebody move,
Hello?
silencer.
Ah, ah.
but nah,
Yo,
yeah.
Because like me, second option on any given night could
what's up,
essentially be
guys?
your first option. Like when I'm saying second option, I'm saying all right, we're gonna give this guy the ball. If he can't get it going, we can comfortably put the ball in Kyler's hands. He could play like a first option. I don't mean second option as some kind of slander.
No, but like the
I
thing
do
is,
agree it
even
goes that
because
can go both ways.
but I'm saying like you see Kyrie getting buckets throughout the game though, with along with the other players, so they probably both average the same amount of shots. They both average about 27, 29, or whatever it is. And I don't really. It's so hard to tell, especially if you play. Because I really didn't. I really couldn't understand it when people was saying that when he played with KD, because him and KD basically play the same way. So it ain't
Yo,
like
can
KD was
I ask you
running.
something?
Hold on, it ain't like KD was running the offense. So I never really understood that. But yeah, what's up, man?
What's your favorite basketball team?
Conversation from the move.
Yeah, I'd say the Mavericks though. Right now, the Mavericks.
Okay.
But nah, bro. My thing is, it's all like it's situation by situation, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. Like every situation not the same, and it's like the dynamic of the responsibility of the role that you have on the team. Because like maybe like we've seen some players, they like when they're put in position to play that secondary role, they can't. Like, so it's like, how am I going to take away from the player who showed that depending upon the dynamics of the game, he can play any role that he's asked to play throughout the dynamic of the game.
Right.
Like, so I'm like to me that's a plus. That makes you an even more versatile player. That's versatility.
Right.
Like, you being able to play different roles and dynamics depending upon where the game is, who you have on your team, etc. Like, and
Facts.
I'm not just talking about like, oh no, we put him at the 5 on the roll call,
Yeah.
on the stat sheet. We just put him at the
Yeah. On the
5.
starting
We put him at
lineup
the
thing.
4.
Yeah.
We put
Listed
him
at
at the
center.
line. We put him at the no. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about Kyrie. Okay, he ain't got to go in right now. I need you to do this. Okay, no, Kyrie, I need you to do this right now. He ain't this here. I need this here. Like, and then it's like, okay, coming into the game, I need you to kind of be a tertiary option. It's like a third option in this game. I need you to kind of, what I'm saying, playing off of them and make sure they good tonight. Okay, no,
Need you.
Kyrie, I need you to step up a little bit tonight. I need you to score a little bit more tonight. All right,
Need you
Kyrie,
coming out
like
screens. I need you coming out
being
screens, running
able,
baseline.
exactly, like being able to do that, I think that makes you like, and when you're put in position to do that, like when you have a player next to you that like you can do that with. Like the whole thing with Kyrie and like him being like no, I'm not saying you handbone, but I'm talking about like the narrative around Kyrie. He's never done that. There's a number one option. I'm like, bro, it's funny to me because I'm like, if you look at him and all the times that he's had teams as a number one option, it's like we pick and choose when to acknowledge longevity, talent on teams, etc. Because if you want to say that he only had a team as a number one option, 19, he got injured in 18, 19, then 11, 12, 13, 14, 12, 13, 14. So that's 4 or 5 seasons. So it's like out of those 4 or 5 seasons, it's only one season that you could say majority of players who have done a lot of things as a quote unquote driving force best player on their team. Like it's only one of those seasons for Kyrie. You can say he had a team anywhere as good as any of those other players had for majority of their seasons as a number one option. So I'm like, we can't pick and choose when to talk about team dynamics when it comes to winning and losing, but then don't talk about team dynamics when it comes to how far these players are getting as number one options.
But that's kind of what I mean by I'm saying it's a really good thing if Kyrie is your second
No,
option.
I'm not. No, I specifically said I wasn't directly referring to what you were saying about Kyrie. I'm just saying about the general consensus I hear about him as an individual on the negative side about the number two option. He hasn't done anything. Is this, and I'm like, it's a constant contradiction because it's like, okay, for other players, we acknowledge, okay, he didn't have this player on his team. He didn't have this on his team. He didn't have this on his team. So you can't really blame him for not getting this far. You can't blame him for not winning in the finals or doing this or doing that. But then it's like, okay, cool. But then, the weight of everything he got to do is the number one option because he don't have this amount of talent. But then I'm like, okay, cool. Then keep that same energy for Kyrie, who you think is a lesser player than majority of these players. So that means that his margin of error is even smaller. So that means that you're expecting him to do you're holding it against him that he's having lesser talent. Like I said, out of those 5 seasons, it's only one season you can name that he had the amount of talent the majority of players, that these superstar level players that are the number one options, the KDs, the LeBrons, these type of players that have had that type of talent on their team majority of the season that they've been number one options. It's only one season he's had a team that's as close to as talented to any of those teams that they've had, and that's 2019. So I'm like, that's one season, and that one season he got to the second round. So I'm
And
like,
Chad, also let me add on
and he
that.
lost to the MVP in the
In
second round. So I'm like,
2019,
okay,
he was the only All Star on that team.
yeah, that's what I'm like. Exactly. So I'm like, it's just like, okay, cool. Like if you want to hold that against him, okay, cool. But then don't let that's just nasty to me because then those same motherfuckers will be the same motherfuckers that's like, oh, he didn't have talent on his team when it come to other players. Like he didn't have. You can't blame him for all these years because he didn't have enough talent. He didn't have enough talent. But then you're holding it against a player that you think is a significantly lesser player than said player that he didn't get that far when he had nowhere near the amount of talent that those other players had consistently throughout the longevity of their career as a quote unquote number one option or driving force to their team. That's stupid as fuck.
Now I can get behind that. And when you broke it down, like based on the roles, that's kind of how I look at Kyrie. It's like
Yeah.
with Kyrie, he's so gifted and so skilled and so versatile. He could score within an offense. So if you put a superstar next to him, Kyrie's still going to get his 25 throughout forward a game.
So,
No doubt.
so, so basically, like, doesn't that take away from the other superstars? Like, so if Kyrie is leading the team, it can't really be his fault then. how is he still getting the blame if you just acknowledge how he can basically play any role that other players aren't really able to do? Like, so basically, if he's running the offense and somebody else has limitations in their game, the reason why it's not working out is because uh, those limitations in the other dude's game.
Yes,
So
I don't put the
Yeah.
blame on Kyrie because again he more or less plays the role of the second option. Like I put the blame on Luka. I put the blame on the when him and the times him and LeBron didn't get it done. And if you look at the times him and LeBron didn't get it done, it was because Kyrie was hurt.
so then wouldn't that? But that's why I was asking you earlier. What makes that like second option to you though? Like how would like in what ways would you just look at that and say, okay, he the second dude, second fiddle? You
Because
know what
it's
I'm
just
saying?
the way I'm looking at it is the superstar. Even though there was years where I believe Kyrie was a superstar, the superstar is supposed to go out and get theirs. No matter what, give that man the ball, they gonna go out and get theirs. Kyrie is so lethal because he can do it throughout the offense, and that's what I'm saying. So if you can put another superstar out there that is willing to
When you
actually
say
go
go
and
out and,
conquer,
but that's what I'm
This is
saying. Is
nasty,
that
bro.
good though? If I'm just
Hey,
like
Crunch,
telling,
you
yo,
know what this is like, bro? It's like and it's just so nasty too, bro. It's like if back in the day, Kobe and Iverson teamed up, nigga, and niggas are calling Iverson the second option.
right,
Like, nigga, they both
Oh
top
shit.
two right now. That's
right.
fast.
And I was
LeBron and
thinking about
Kyrie
that
is
this morning about Shaq. That's the same thing with Kobe and Shaq though. Like
Kobe and Shaq,
they
yeah.
was basically both top two in the league, like or like top
Yeah,
two
and
in
the
the
only
league.
they use his earlier years with him, but it's like that nigga was a kid, bro. That nigga was young as fuck, bro. Like,
Yeah,
come
But no,
so
on,
that
man.
damn, he was
that
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 good and
that's
he was
my
that
thing
young.
though. That's fine. Like you can
But
say
that's
the number two
even
option
kind of
thing,
stronger
but
too to
just
say that
hold
he
hold
grew with this nigga and
context.
became the GOAT, bro. Like, what the fuck? One of the
That's
GOATs.
my thing though. Like that's cool. Like you can say that, but then hold context to the specific situations. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
every
because it's different.
situation, like maybe like I said, like we like okay to throw up a situation. Let me think of a situation. Maybe for the betterment of the team, or just not just period. Right. Let's say LeBron. Right. LeBron and Kyrie. Maybe when I watched Kyrie in the finals, when they ran the offense through him, people don't talk about it, but that's why they won the one game they won while they were down 3-1. Kyrie had 16 points in the first quarter.
Yeah,
They won. They he was a big reason why they won that game because they were running the offense through him to begin with, right? And I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't consistently happening because LeBron can't play a secondary role consistently or play off of other guys, and that's confusing to me because it's like he gets the narrative of he's the greatest all around player ever. So if you're the greatest all around
Narrative
player
mislead
ever,
shit, bro.
that means that I should be able to plug and play you at 1, 2, or 3,
any
center,
role,
power forward,
bunker
shooting
spot.
guard, point guard, and then you can be a secondary or tertiary option to any of those roles depending on upon what the game calls for. So it's kind of weird to me that I couldn't see that from him. But it's like, but maybe Kyrie has to play that role because okay, but I'm a play off of you role because LeBron can't play that. I'm a play off of
And
Kyrie
look,
role
it's the
because
same
he
thing with
can't
it.
like
It
that.
looks
But
at
that
this.
doesn't make Kyrie lesser because LeBron can't do something. But then, like I said, this is why I'm just specifically using that situation because we talking about Kyrie. It's different situations. It's different situations. Every situation is not the same. That's why I say when people try to connect the first option, second option shit to everything and just try to throw everything together, of course it's gonna make Kyrie look like he lesser or certain players look like they're lesser because we're just talking about the general consensus of what we've been taught that the second option, first option mean and what the value of those words mean in a team thing. That's why the perspective on it is what it is. When we actually breaking down the dynamics and context, which people pick and choose when they
All
want
right,
to
bro.
apply context, like it's a whole different story. What you say, LV?
Just land the plane, bro. Cook it, you cook it.
Like, so you know what I'm saying? That's the difference.
It
So I'm
look,
like,
it's the
I don't
same thing. It look, it's the same thing with D Wade though. Because D Wade, and it's
exactly.
sad, bro, because they look at D Wade as a second option, second fiddle, but he was the one doing everything that basically you just said about how he had to adjust his game and do things LeBron couldn't do.
Hey, that's just
Oh,
a narrative is nasty, Crunch.
and
Bro,
then
It
these
look,
is.
niggas.
Shaq, but
Hey,
then
hold on, Crunch.
look, he gets that narrative, but we seen that he's able to win as a first option in '06.
Hey, and this is why
No
I
doubt.
say this nigga. That's what I be talking to niggas, and they say, Michael Jordan was coddled by the NBA, but LeBron wasn't. Bro, how the fuck this nigga get Dwayne Wade on his team?
And then Dwayne Wade's the second option. Didn't he
Right,
have
right,
more?
and they spin the
Hold on,
narrative.
Crunch, didn't he have more rings than LeBron at that time when they teamed up?
That's what I'm saying,
What
bro.
the fuck are we talking about? That nigga, I'm Dwayne
So really,
Wade, bitch.
each time, every time they was winning, every time they won a
That's
championship in Miami,
crazy.
Wade had more rings than Bron still,
It's
because he
true. That's
started off with
fucking
more.
weird. That's
Bro,
crazy, yo.
it's simply, but it
Like,
simply comes down to the
like they
person
just
who
shot
had
him
lesser
past. They put him
ego.
right past D Wade all the time for what?
That's crazy, bro. That's like,
Like if
bro,
you
that's so fucking nasty, bro. Holy shit, that's so nasty, dude.
That was his team first, bro.
if
Crazy.
y'all really think about it though, that should make like Dwayne Wade greater though, because he was able to
All
put his
branding, bro.
ego
That's all
aside. You know what I
marketing.
mean?
No,
Facts,
no,
bro.
That's all
exactly.
marketing.
I agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
like
And
that's what we saying.
that's
Like,
the thing. I agree. That's another depth. That's another
Like
another layer of the shit I was just talking about. Like
like
now we
grown
talking
up.
about mental. We talking about discipline, team dynamics, being able to do what it takes for the team to win. And because remember, Crunch, we talked about earlier when we were talking about Cat the other day, and we were saying, well, Cat, he not gonna really be that involved defensively if you don't get him involved offensively.
yeah. By
Even
the
though
way,
we
Chaz, we
know
got to
on the
redo that
court, that's some
because that
bullshit
shit
because
couldn't.
we looking at it like what, Crunch? You supposed to do whatever it takes to win regardless. But the reality of it is, the reality of the situation is based off of people's experiences, what they've experienced in life, how they like everything that's culminated them to be the person that they are. The reality of it is you have to deal with what they are and figure out ways to unlock them. I see this happening can be better for the team. This is what's going to happen. So even if I know I can do more of this, if I know this person can't do this because he's this specific way because of whatever whoop de whoop, that's why it goes so deep. So it's like, okay, that's just what it is. So to me, mentally, that's like, okay, bet if you have the ability to do that, like in a selfish world that we live in, it's like, okay, nah, that make you a step that says something about you as an individual because it's like, man, the reality of it is, okay, you want everybody on the court to do whatever it takes to win, but the reality of it is that everybody not like that. It's conditions for everybody to do whatever it takes on the court to win, and that's just what it is, regardless if you feel like it's right or wrong, because
Yeah.
everybody's different. So if you're able to sit there aside and say, okay, I know this person like this way, I may can do what he do right here, but in order for us to be better to connect him with the other guys on the team, I'm gonna step out of this. I'm gonna figure out how to do something else I can do, and we gonna put him in position to do that what he like to do because I know he this way, he likes to do this. So it's like to me, like you say, mentally. Like that's like okay,
Yeah.
Vic. If you can find ways to do that, like that make you like okay. That be to me that be like the
That's a
the
superpower
difference.
in its own, man. You know what I
It's,
mean?
that be the separator to me, bro. And I'd be
Oh
like,
yeah.
I look at players who've been in position to do that when we think about like just the headline players like that
Yeah.
have won doing that. Like I think about like a
Think about
Steph
ones
with
that didn't
KD.
do it on the other side too. Like you got the Shaqs and the Kyries that we were just talking about, right? Shaq wasn't able to put his ego aside because
Exactly.
he's mad
That
at
was
Kobe for
that
telling
was
him
the
to just
point.
get
Yep.
your shit together, bro. Like he was like, "Yo,
Yep.
just get healthy, get lighter. We gonna win multiple chips." And then
Yep.
Shaq couldn't take that. His ego wouldn't allow him to take that, right? He's like, "Yo,
And
I'm the number one option. Like you number two." Like he turned around
yep.
and tried to flip the script, right? And
Yep.
that's the same with
Yeah,
Kai. Like had he put his ego aside, bro, him and Bron could have won like three, four chips at Cleveland. They could have built around him and give him a colder duo. You know what I mean? A better depth, right? But like Kai was just so young, and he even said it in an interview. He was like, "I was just so young, I wasn't ready to hear all that." You know? He was
I
like,
think
he looked at Bron and said, "Yo, I'm that guy. Like I don't care who you are, what you're saying."
But I think I think when I go back and I listen to the overall dynamics of that situation on top of Kyrie saying that, I think it
Yeah,
was also some from some coming from LeBron as well because Kyrie
yeah,
came out in the finals and said it was a lot of after certain games there would be a lot of locker room hush hush and letting the media get to you. So it's
yeah.
like that was another part of why Kyrie left as well. He said that. So it's
Because
like
Bron
in the
wasn't a
locker
leader and
room.
didn't protect him like he's supposed to.
Exactly. So I'm like it's like it's chain reactions to things, and it's like
Yeah,
I'm expecting the like okay when we looking at it from a perspective of experience and who these
yeah,
players are supposed to be are as people. I'm like okay, bet you supposed to be the OG. It's like
yeah,
okay, OG, you see young Buck. You've been in the role of young Buck.
You came into the league like Bron. You came into the league as the young buck. You know what it is. So like, and this is the thing, right? People can trick you because they can come out on the media saying all this
Yeah.
other shit. They can come out on the media saying, "Oh, I did this,"
Yeah.
but like what happened in the locker room happened in the locker room, and we don't really know what happened, but we can tell.
For sure.
You can kind of get like a consensus or like a okay. You can get some
There
kind of
was a
evidence
rift. There was
based
something
off
that
of how
was
everything go
building.
down. So it's like if everything really was what it was, how it was on the media, like that shit wouldn't have went down the way it went down in 20 after 2018. It wouldn't have went
And
down
Chad,
that
to
way.
your point too, though, Chad, to your point, like I'm a little bit
Yeah.
older, so I remember when Jordan retired and Pippen kind of took over. They was trying to put them against each other. And Jordan, that's why Jordan always back then the media he used to big up Pippen so much. Cause back then
Yeah.
for like about a year or two, bro, they was trying to put them against each other and shit though, low key.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. You could tell that was the reality on top of him saying it because of look at how everything played out.
Right,
Like,
Yeah.
right,
look at how everything played
right,
out. On top of him coming
right.
out and saying there's no Michael Jordan without Scottie Pippen, that he giving all
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen all the credit. Look at how everything playing out. So you know it was consistent. It wasn't just for the
Yep,
media. It was in the
that's a
locker
fact.
room. It was happening on the court. Because guess what
That's a
they did
fact.
after that? They won 3 straight championships. So
That's a
it's
No
like
that's a
doubt.
fact.
you have to have some level of connectivity to win to that amount, to that degree. Like
Yeah.
That's
like
a
as
fact.
people. So it's like it's matching up. Like, yeah, you could come out and say, oh, yeah, I love this guy and all this, da, da, da. And sometimes it just don't work out, and that's okay. But we can't make it seem like it's something that it ain't.
Bro, there's also some dysfunctional teams that won too, though. If you remember, like
No,
San
I agree.
Antonio,
That's why I
Tony
said
Parker.
sometimes it's some what it is and some what it ain't.
Remember
When we
what
talk
Tony
about
Parker
winning
was
over a stretch
doing?
of seasons, when we talk about
Yeah.
building a dynasty, though, nah, it's some function there. It's
Oh
definitely
yeah,
some
no
function
doubt,
there.
no doubt. I agree with that. You know the conversation though that some of the people are starting on the chat that I have a problem with sometimes, right? Like I'm not hating on SGA's game, right? But just the foul baiting part, right? It's like you
Uh huh.
make the game undesirable, bro. Like him and Brunson and Luca and a couple cats in the league, right? Like you're super talented. Go out there and get the bucket, right? Stop
Yeah.
trying to like if you take away at least 10 free throws from this dude's game, he's not averaging 30 a game. And I know all the OKC fans in this chat are gonna be like, yeah, he gonna get it regardless. Prove it to me. Like
I
how?
mean, even without free throws, he
This
does
nigga
average,
still
I think, the
averages the
most
most
points
points in
in
the
the
league without
NBA.
free throws,
And,
dude.
and then if I'm not
Bro, a
mistaken,
rook averaged more
I
points than
heard
him
this somewhere,
last
but y'all,
night.
y'all can go fact check me on it.
You
Historically,
talking about one night, nigga? These niggas are
What
literally have the
one
third
night.
highest record
OKC
ever. What
get
are you
packed the
talking
fuck
about, bro?
up without
That's
foul
cool. In one
calls.
game,
no, no,
yeah,
no.
one
I
game.
like, and I'm gonna dive deeper into
They
what I'm
lost a
saying, but
game, bro. Y'all niggas
I'm just
happy as
layering it
fuck.
out
They
right now,
lost
right?
one game, dude.
Nah,
I
it's
just
not
because
even one
I
game.
just want to acknowledge these things
It
while I
is one
layering
game,
this out.
nigga. What the
The
fuck?
whole league
I
was
just want to
telling you how
acknowledge these
much
things.
they
Hold
just.
on, hold on.
All right,
Wait,
go ahead.
I just want to acknowledge these things before
Clearly
I
a
layer this
Wolves
out because I don't
glazer.
want you to jump on what I'm saying. First
Okay.
off, he averages the most points in the league without free throws. Okay.
That's
Secondly,
question mark.
he whatchamacallit, he historically out of all the 30-point per game scorers, he gets the lowest amount of free throws. So
Yeah, you
I,
guys are just talking to your
I mean,
ass,
and
bro.
I will. Okay, now let me go deeper, right? Okay, I get the undesirable part from the flopping, over insinuating over insinuating contact that's not even there, the herky
Magical
jerkiness that's
calls.
not. I get that, but him being able to draw fouls, that's a good thing for his team, right? But you also can see where it kind of hurts you from a perspective of if you're depending on the refs to kind of bail you out at times, which it looked like he was doing last night, it can kind of hurt your team because now depending on and this is why I say depending on the refs is so shaky because we got to remember the refs aren't AI robots. They're not going to
Yeah,
call it by the book every single possession. The
yeah,
refs are people. So it's like sometimes they may see it, sometimes they won't. Sometimes they may go in the game saying, okay, we're going to call this, and this. Sometimes they won't. And to me, that's the beauty to being able to adapt to the game. So I think that's
yeah,
kind of where the distaste for SGA comes from. It's like, okay,
yeah,
when we see the ref not really giving you those type of calls that you're looking for, it look like a
yeah.
whole different game and you getting blown out. So I get that perspective, but I also get the perspective of he's doing what he has to do to put his team in position to win. So I can get both sides.
It's
I think it's a
it's
median in the
like,
middle of he's doing what he has to do for his team to win, but at the same
yeah.
time, it's kind of distasteful when it gets to a point to where you're depending on the refs to
Or it's
put you
just
in
so
position
blatant, right?
to
Like
do
you could
things.
see that nobody's touching them, right? Like I can understand if there's some sort of contact, I'll give you that, right? I'm not gonna argue that, right? But when we're talking about there's not a single finger laid on you. And like you freeze the frame and you see this dude's facial expression and his body throwing all over the space. And it's like, come on, bro, to the
Bro,
point
y'all
where other
niggas are
players are
this
looking
really
at
all
you.
it is, bro. This really all it is, bro.
I
Niggas is
rock
mad.
with
Niggas is
SGA,
mad at the
but that
winner. Niggas
is
mad at the winner again.
Bro, it's not winning.
Bro, I'm not, bro. Just chill, bro. Nigga, every legend has flop
N-
fucking
Not to
montages,
this
bro.
extent,
Hold
bro. Not
on,
to this
bro. Hold
extent.
on, bro. Chill, nigga. Chill, bro. You getting mad
that's not
emotional.
yeah,
You a
that's
fucking
not true.
Wolves Glazer.
Bro,
Look,
that's
bro.
not
Look,
true,
look, look.
bro.
Just listen, bro. Chill, bro. You getting on your emotions and
That
shit,
nigga
bro.
just this nigga just
Chill.
lied on this motherfucker, didn't
Yeah,
he?
that's not
Yeah,
true
look,
though.
look, look, look. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Look, look, look. We already have the facts, the numbers. He has less free throws than majority of niggas we talking about. So
Yeah, he does.
all the other legends have more flops fucking than to go look at than Shea does. It's just happening
Just
right now.
because you're
So
getting free
it's
throws
just
don't mean you're flopping.
Yeah,
Hold
don't
on.
mean you
yeah.
flop.
Look,
I was
look,
just gonna say that, bro.
look.
Just because you getting
Exactly.
free throws, don't mean y'all just
Exactly.
gonna
Exactly,
say that,
bro.
bro.
Tell him.
That's true. That's true. Obviously, nigga, I'm not talking about just regular free throw shot. I'm talking about flop comp. Like you could look up a flop montage of James Harden or
Bro,
LeBron James
hold
Because
on,
or
LB,
Kobe
guess
LB,
what?
let me
Bryant
cut you
Here's
or
the
off,
Michael
bro.
thing.
Jordan right
No,
now. You
wait,
can
I'm glad you
look up that
mentioned
shit for
Harden. Hold on. What did
wait.
the
You
for
said
any
Kobe
Harden?
player right now,
Bryant?
bro.
Hold on, LB, let me cut you
Any
off,
player
LB.
you
Kobe,
can look up
bro.
that shit for,
Kobe
bro.
Bryant did
LB,
not
Literally.
flop. What are y'all
hold
talking
on,
Yeah.
about?
All right,
LB,
bro.
LB. I done seen a lot of Jordan and a lot of Shea.
Yep.
Jordan, now, hold on. Now, drawing the foul and flopping is two different things, right?
It's two.
Because I
Correct.
think
It is two different things.
hold on, because I think what Shea does, like I don't like they say free throw merchant,
Shea
right?
still good.
Hold on, I do think that is a skill to a certain extent. Like drawing fouls is a skill, but when you
Yeah.
say flopping, only the
And
LB
foul
point,
baiting.
like I get like you flopping and drawing a foul is super. Jordan didn't really flop. I mean, drawing fouls is different, but
Facts.
I just want to say that that's it.
100%. And to Harden's point, you just
Jordan
mentioned
and
Harden,
Kobe.
But
I
right?
but
don't
it's
know.
all
I'm
skill.
watching this nigga
It's
flop
all
Kobe
right
did
over
not
now.
skill
do
with
that either.
you
Kobe
know
did
we.
not flop.
I'm watching this nigga flop right now, nigga.
Bro.
Hold on. You watching a few possessions. You watching a compilation instead of his whole career, though, right?
That's
You
probably what
Nigga,
he's
I said,
watching.
bro, that's the point, nigga. That's what the fuck I said as soon as I started talking. Y'all niggas getting
Respectfully, LB,
emotional,
you
bro.
watching a 7 minute video,
Bro,
right? You watching like a 7 minute, 8 minute video,
Wait,
right?
of who?
dude,
Of
I
who?
said, bro,
On
Of
Jordan.
Kobe?
That's
If
what he's
Shay,
asking.
hold on.
Jordan, what
There
that's what
is
he's
no
Hold on,
asking.
hold
compilation
on.
of Kobe.
Hold on, nigga. Last year was niggas saying Shay was flopping like this?
Hell
Yes or no?
yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fact we
they
were,
were.
The
bro.
year, okay, cool. The year before that, when
100%.
niggas say Shay was flopping like that.
Yes.
He wasn't
Y'all niggas
like
are
that the
lying,
year
bro. Hey,
before that.
Yes.
I'll
crunch,
be
hey,
honest
crunch,
with you.
hey, crunch. I'm done, bro.
No,
These niggas lying, bro.
but that way, LB,
Lying, bro.
you
Bro.
talking to somebody who
Y'all niggas
watches all
lying,
these
bro.
teams. So
Y'all niggas are lying,
I'm
bro. Y'all
not.
niggas
See,
acting like this
stop.
nigga
Hold
is
on. Stop
fucking
throwing me. Hold on, bro.
You
number one
just
We
free
talking,
riding a
throw
bro. We
guy
having a
that's
shooter.
conversation.
Cause
susceptible
it
to
don't make
like,
sense. Cause
let's just
nothing
be
y'all
We
say
honest,
is
having a
wrong.
bro.
This nigga
conversation,
still
bro.
he
Hold on.
still averaged the most. This the
Chill.
thing though.
No.
This the thing though.
It
Hold
wasn't.
on, bro.
It
Cause
wasn't
y'all
talked
niggas kept
about as
cutting me
much.
off.
It wasn't
All
talked
you cut
about
me
as
off at the
much.
same
You
time. I
asked
didn't
me a
really finish
question.
what
I'm
I was
trying to
saying
answer
though.
your question. It wasn't talked about as much because he wasn't at their team
You
He
already
wasn't
wasn't
as
answered the
as he
question.
high.
You said
wasn't
But it
as
yes. I
was the
said
good.
no. You
same
answered.
He
shit. It
wasn't
was
as good.
literally the same shit.
Yeah.
I know he averaged
Because he
more
averaged
fucking
30
free
again.
throw
I think he
shots
averaged 30.
earlier. He averaged more free throw shots before. He averaging less now, but all of a sudden it's the biggest thing ever because he MVP.
Bro, let me ask you
No,
this
I
though,
don't
right?
agree with that.
What to,
I
What do
think
you
that
mean you
no,
don't
no,
agree,
I ain't
nigga?
gonna
That's
say.
the
I'm not gonna
facts. What are you
LB. I'm not
talking
gonna say
about,
that.
bro?
I think
SGA
it's
is still
certain
very good.
arguments that has
What do you
some
not agree?
truth
What do
to
you
it.
mean? What
But
do you don't
I
agree? What
think
do you
in the
not
shit
agree
that
with?
I'm
it
saying
doesn't
right
mean it's
now,
a
I'm
fact
not
just
even
because
thinking
you
about that,
say it,
bro.
bro.
Dude,
Everything
that's the
coming out your
stats.
mouth is just it's a fact.
He averaged 11 free throws a game 2 years ago. Now it's what, 8?
Okay.
That's a
But they were
stat. That's
talking about
what
this
the fuck you
before he won
talking
the
about, nigga?
MVP,
That's the
bro.
paperwork.
All right, let
They
me
were
ask you
You talking
this.
about
they were
We
talking
talking
what?
about this before he won the MVP. Just because he averaged less free throws don't mean the nigga still ain't
I'm
flopping,
saying
gang.
why I'm saying it's just a big thing now
It
because
was
he
a
won
big thing last
MVP.
season.
This
because
shit wasn't a this the main
bro,
nigga,
it's
this
a
the
huge
number
thing
one
last year.
narrative
It's
in
the
the
same
fucking NBA.
thing.
Bro, this the number one NBA
But
narrative in
that
the NBA right now,
Because
bro.
LB,
he
you know
because he
that's
that's
what
what he
comes with
does.
getting better though. Like that's what
Bro,
comes
because
with it.
I'm sick.
You're gonna
Was this
get
the number one narrative in the NBA last
Bro,
year?
he's not the
you're
only
gonna
one.
get more
Brunson
media
does it, right?
publicity.
Was this the
Luka
number
does
one
it, right?
narrative in the NBA last year? Yes or no?
No, it
Trying to
wasn't the
think.
number one narrative
The year
last year.
before that, was it the
What
number
was
one
the
narrative
number
of
one
the
It
year?
was
narrative?
not. It
Yes or
was
no?
not.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
no.
then. So it's
The
so
number
niggas
one
talking
narrative.
about it
Wait,
so much because
Number
it
one
he's
depends on
narrative
winning. He
is
won
crazy.
MVP and he's winning
it
right now.
depends on where we are because
Nigga,
in
Because
the
three
nigga,
last year
games
in the
in a
mad
row.
niggas be
playoffs.
flopping in the NBA
I
with
will
more
say
free
this.
throws
No, I
than
will
this
say
nigga,
this.
bro.
Last year
Y'all
in
niggas
the
is mad
playoffs,
because
he
he
didn't
winning,
even
bro. It
flop
is
as
what it
much as
is,
he doing
bro.
now.
All these niggas is soft, and it's the whole new
But
era
no,
is about this.
that's
Anyone
not
do
true,
Bro,
this
they
bro.
shit,
Hold on,
bro.
hold
soft.
on.
Exactly
This
Wait.
what you
new
just
era,
said.
You're
all
piling
these niggas
statements on
be
top of
doing this
statements,
shit,
and I'm
bro.
trying to
All these
respond
niggas
to
be
one thing
flopping,
you're
bro.
saying,
What
and
you
you
keep
piling
talking
up a
Not
about?
to the
statement on
extent
top.
that this
Niggas
man
love
is doing it.
Draymond Green, all this, bro. Y'all niggas is fucking mad as
Bro,
hell,
you
Bro,
bro.
gotta
not
stop.
to the
You got. Wait, hold on, Wolves. Hold on. You have to stop jumbling everybody up into one, bro, and saying y'all niggas this, y'all
exactly.
niggas that.
Like, come on, bro. Like, we having a
I'm not
conversation
talking
between.
about you guys on the panel right now. There's clearly a collective conversation going on about these niggas on
So
the
what are we
screen,
talking
right?
about then?
Is there not a collective conversation going on
Like,
about these
so is
niggas on the
everything
screen,
just
bro?
about collective conversation? Or are we directly speaking to each other about said direct collective conversation?
That's
Because when
okay.
we're responding to you and you were answering your questions and you're saying y'all niggas this, y'all niggas that, it makes it seem as though you're directly
This nigga,
speaking
okay,
to us
first
as
of all,
well.
Chaz, you're neutral. This nigga has a fucking Minnesota Timberwolves profile picture. I'm not about to act like what the fuck are we talking about right now, bro?
Nah,
Bro,
I
I
hear you.
acknowledge.
Like,
Keep
what are
it
we talking
okay.
about,
Keep it
dude? This
100.
nigga's
I
hating on
acknowledge
him,
that
bro.
Shea was a
This
great
nigga's
player. Did
hating.
I
This
not?
nigga's being a hater, bro.
Did
Dude,
I not
Chaz,
say that
Chaz, did you not,
he
bro?
was a
You
good
told
player?
him,
Yes or no?
and he trying to act like, bro, I can't argue with facts. This nigga averaged the most points, excluding free throws. What else we are talking about right now, bro?
If you account for the amount
Wait,
of
hold
time that
on.
this
What
dude
what
flops,
what is there more
you
to
Wait,
talk about? This
hold
nigga
on.
earned this shit,
SGA,
dude.
bro,
Like,
SGA is still
go
a
yeah,
back
very
he
to the
got
good
some
player.
nasty flop. Yes, he has some nasty flops in his fucking
He's still
resume
a
for
very
sure.
good
But
player.
the
this nigga
nastiest.
cooking niggas the whole
Okay,
year,
okay,
bro.
bro.
This
Yes.
nigga got 68 wins. That's the
LV.
what third ever? What are we
Bro,
Nobody
talking
said
about?
68 win.
SGA.
So
Wait,
what? What
who
happened to
said
Warriors that had
SGA
the
is not
75
good?
win season?
I never said anyone said he's not good. This nigga just
No,
hated on him.
okay, that's what I'm
Clearly,
saying.
he
Like,
mad. His
no,
team
that's
just
Nobody,
what
got
I'm
cooked.
saying. What
everybody
I'm
acknowledged
saying
that he
He
is
was
a
a good
hater. He a
player.
stat, bro. He a Timberwolves fan.
no,
That's what
I'm
it is,
saying
bro.
SGA is a very good. Oh,
It's
okay,
competition, bro.
okay,
Bro,
never
I
mind.
hate
I'm
SBA's
not saying
game.
anyone say he
Watch his
bad.
game.
I'm
You
Lose
not
his
saying
got
anyone say
game.
he
you got
bad.
smoke with the Wolves and
I'm,
Finals too.
I'm being real with you. I'm the type
No,
of
I
guy
fuck
that
with
don't
Ant
like
heavy
that
though.
type
That's
of
the thing.
player.
I fuck with Ant, bro.
Now,
Players that play through contact, that get hard buckets, right? That's the type of
These
player
guys
that
all
I
do
can
that shit. So
respect.
do Shay, bro.
Bro, that
no,
man
it's
does not
things.
do that shit.
Hold
Get
on.
out of here with that.
They all do the same shit. He might do
That
that.
man's
Not he
arm
might
is
not do it as much.
flailing as he's
He might not
entering
do
the
it as
lane,
much as
bro.
Ant, but this the thing though. He's also
Nah,
getting more
yeah,
buckets with
you're
no
right. Wait,
contact
hold
than
on.
Ant
Bro,
though.
LV is right though. Ant be
I
flopping
mean,
and
if
he
you
be
do
trying to
attack
get
it,
called.
Yeah,
He
what
gonna
are we
get free
talking
throws.
about?
Ant
This
be
is the
trying to get
fucking
if you
called too.
shoot 3 ball
2025
straight,
league.
you're
These
probably
niggas
not
be
gonna get
flopping,
it.
bro.
Yeah,
but
he be
if you
trying
were
to
to
get
put
called.
a side by side video, you saying that you're gonna
Yeah,
find
Jokic
one
be
player
flopping
more
too.
flops than the other.
Yeah, Jokic be
Dog,
flopping
this nigga
also.
don't average the most free throws. These niggas all average more
Jalen
free throws than
Okay,
Brunson
him.
be
Dude. Like,
flopping.
what is he talking about, bro?
But
Brunson
you
got
wait,
his
but
head tapped,
Giannis,
right?
bro,
LV,
Giannis is an
I
amazing
will say
flopper, bro.
you being
Giannis's
kind of
flop
nasty
game
with
is
just throwing out
amazing,
the free
bro.
throw number. Like you
Hey
being
Yeah.
kind
Chaz,
of
am I
nasty with
capping?
just throwing
Hey
out the
Chaz,
free
am
throw
I
number
capping?
game.
Giannis's fucking flop game is top tier,
Yeah,
bro. That nigga's
Giannis
not
he
He,
good.
flops too.
I'm
What
not
are we
gonna deny that
talking
he
about?
flops
That nigga
too.
averaged the
Yeah.
most free throws in the league right now, bro.
That
But we're talking about like some petty flops though, like
Bro, you are this
ridiculous
nigga,
flops.
bro. You don't like
Like,
Shea
what are
because
we
he could,
talking about, bro?
and y'all are excited. Look, I think Ant really might. It really might be his year. I'm not gonna lie. Like fuck with Ant, and I
Bro,
would like to see that. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I think it might be his year. He might win. He might take it. He just might have that energy. But I'm saying like,
they got to
bro,
win the next game.
you know the
yeah. But y'all look. They got slapped
oh,
by 42 or whatever that is. But these niggas got slapped by 26 the first game, bro. Like why y'all acting like
I
these
mean,
niggas
wait,
didn't get
wait.
cooked?
Bro, OKC just did what they protected their home court just like Minnesota did. Yeah, Minnesota
Exactly.
got to
Yeah.
win the
yeah.
next game.
Yeah, bro.
I don't
What
know.
about
I don't know.
Majority
Like,
of
I
NBA
missed that game.
fucking
I didn't watch it.
NBA finals games or championship games or playoffs
yeah.
games, you get that third game and they back at home, they win that game, bro. Majority of the time, yeah, they slap them. Cool. Don't let these niggas get one more win though. These niggas not y'all gonna be quiet as fuck. Still be mad that this nigga trying to blame it
no,
on free
he's supposed to be
throws.
talking to
While
the
these niggas
Wolves.
are facing
It's not.
Pacers, you all still gonna be blaming on this nigga's free throws. Like, no, bro.
No, wait,
That, that
I don't
nigga
think
is
nobody. Wait,
cooking.
was anybody up here saying that like his free throws is the reason why Minnesota is losing?
Nah. Nah.
Nah,
I,
I
I'll
didn't
be
say that.
honest. We lost
Yeah,
those
like
two
that.
games for a reason. It wasn't free
Chad,
throws.
all I'm saying though, these niggas still gonna be up here blaming this shit on his free
Nah,
throws,
not
bro.
at all.
No,
Not at
I
all.
mean
Bro, if these
it's gonna
niggas
be.
move
I
to the
mean
play, I'm
it's
not saying the
definitely like
reason they
if
won.
we talking about
These niggas
general
move to the
consensus, this
Pacers,
niggas in
bro. They're gonna
every
be rooting
pool.
for, bro. Chad, mark my words, bro. These niggas win, and they're facing the Pacers or the Knicks. They're
But
gonna, bro. Niggas are gonna root for the opposite team of OKC just to hate on this nigga and say he's a free throw merchant.
Nah, they
That's
be
gonna be the
making
main narrative.
TikTok
That's gonna be
videos.
the
nah,
main narrative of the
Nah, you're
series,
right.
bro.
Yeah.
it's
Nah, they be
just
making
Facts, bro.
TikTok
ridiculous
videos. I
that
agree
that
with you
part
on
of
that.
him is.
There is some truth to that. I Yeah, mean, but
Yeah,
if we
bro.
talking about narratives, like it's a narrative narrative pool for everything. Like
That's
it's a
Yeah.
facts.
pool.
Facts. Hey, the best narrative right now, the funniest narrative is that Halliburton play like Steve Urkel when he got power and he was cooking in the
I'm
trap.
crying.
That shit was funny as fuck,
Yeah, I
dog.
seen that video.
And
I
he
seen that
really
video on
played like
Twitter.
that nigga too, bro. Cooking niggas. Yeah, bro.
One
Who?
play collective, though. I give them their props.
So OKC in 5.
This is what I wanted to see from game one, though, bro.
Yeah, look. I'm about to restart because Chad, we gotta redo that stream about the Knicks with Cat, bro. It couldn't save. I couldn't save it.
All right, baby. Say less. All right, we start this thing.